Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm LD. We couldn't get rid of Slack, so we
Hey!
have the second series
Well, you don't want to
together.
get rid of me because I know a lot about these teams,
Well,
LD.
you called it with the side gunner, but
Coming on
I'm
up.
pretty sure the fix was in because I mean, did you see what
You
Team
okay? You
Spirit
sound like.
was doing there towards the end? Some questionable plays, but no, it was a great match by
Whew,
VP. They
what a
pull
match.
it out of the hat
Yeah,
in the most epic way possible.
absolutely.
So I'm not sure exactly where we stand with the playoff scenario. That's for the multicast to kind of set the stage. I think they're just talking about America
We're
anyway.
just talent, okay?
We're-
We just come here to cast the games. We don't got to know everything, right?
Talent's a strong word, but
Okay.
these players are actually talented. So we're going to hop into VP versus Ad Finem. Ad Finem looking very good in the group. VP fighting for the
VP
playoff
fighting.
lives.
Yeah, at Finem. This team is coming out of nowhere recently. We saw them a lot on Dream League. We saw them all over the place. I believe that they were at ESL Manila. I should know. I was there, but I don't remember.
Trying to block it out,
Right.
perhaps. Yeah.
But it's just an amazing team that is coming out of nowhere, and a team full of Greeks that is not stopping. You and I saw one of their games before in the major qualifiers, and they are back. And again, we talked about this so many times, Mr. LD, the Beastmaster. You believe it is the best hero in Dota, right?
The Beast. Well, I mean, he did get nerfed a bit in this patch, but
He did.
Still very strong. I think still first phase pick worthy if you have a strategy to play around him, but not quite as ridiculous as he used to be. I don't know. It's still early in the patch. I think he's still very valuable. Vision is just key in any match, really. So, you know,
Yep, I do know.
eyeballs are a good thing to have.
Thank you,
Try
LD.
to hang on to yours.
All right, now Slarky Malarkey coming out from Team
Wow.
Ad
That's an
Finem.
early Slark pick.
That is. I mean, doesn't that open it up to some counters coming out here for VP?
So big Slark, quote-unquote, counters. AA, potentially, although he doesn't give you any reliable lockdown versus him. Disruptor's quite nice through the early to mid-game. Trying to think what else is particularly good against the Slark man.
I don't know. I used to like Necro, but that's a no-go anymore. People don't play
Necro.
Necrophos. He's great because Slark's always running around with full health. It's a nice lockdown.
That's Fogg's hero. Fogg's like, yeah, if I want to win, pubs, I pick Necro. I go to the off lane. I feed,
Yep.
but eventually I get an Ags. I kill one guy. Who
There you go.
Doesn't
Game
have
over.
buyback, and then yeah, the game just ends.
But nobody picks him in Pro, and nobody picks him in EU, and that's what we're casting. So don't worry about Necrophos. We won't see him. And if we do, I'm just a prophet. But anyhow, Bounty Hunter. Now, Team Ad Finem, you don't want to let them get their Bounty Hunter. They love Bounty. Insta win on that hero, so gotta get away from that. Although we have seen Spartan loves Io, one of his favorite heroes, so that is why we're gonna be seeing that first pick ban coming out from VP. You can't let Spartan have Io. You can't let him have Bounty. You can't let him have either one of those heroes. That's it. That's as much as I know. Please help me.
Ad Finem banning the Witch Doctor here.
What's up with
He's
that?
good against Beastmaster, I guess. The cask is a bit annoying, but
Could this mean a Void pick? I mean, that's a pretty good Void counter, the Witch Doctor these days. Huh?
I'm confused.
Void, you know?
Yeah,
That's the old pub combo.
I know Void.
Yeah, you drop the Death Ward on Void, and then what's he gonna do? Nada. Sure, you could pick a Venge. Sure, you could pick a Disruptor. Sure, you could pick a Wisp. But Witch Doctor, he's the new meta Void counter. Watch and be amazed.
I'm so amazed right now.
When Team Ad Finem picks a Void, I'll explain it a little bit more.
I'm very amazed.
Okay, continue,
Amazing stuff, as always.
LD. All right.
So, ban number 4 for VP. They banned the Enchantress and the Earth Spirit, so it seems like they really don't want Ad Finem to be able to roam on them. That is now 4 roamers, I'm going to say, because they move the IO around like a roamer, and you actually called that ban.
Got it. I told you, buddy.
What the hell?
And, yeah, Earth Spirit. Now, Earth Spirit, to me, usually in these European regions, is used as a mid Punisher, right?
A mid Punisher.
Yeah, so they're looking to not have too much pressure on that mid.
Yeah, he did get nerfed a decent amount in the patch. Mainly just the boulder smash. The movement speed nerf is, I think, less significant just because he's got such long range with the rolling boulder anyway, but knocking heroes back that much slower does make quite a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's 4 roaming heroes ban. Like, the way they run the IO we saw to Dream League is as a roamer. Like, Sauce Spartan will just be all over the place, constantly looking to gank. Obviously, the other 3 heroes like to pressure lane. So VP don't want to have to deal with that crap. So they banned 4 of them, but that leaves the pool wide open aside from that.
Yep.
Basically, not saying like if we can shut down your laning stage, then we're gonna be able to deal with you later on.
10 seconds
That's right.
to go.
And I guess we should talk about this Mirana. Wow, a Bane into a Mirana. That's a risky maneuver. Doesn't that set her up pretty nicely in case things get switched over?
Yeah, why Bane? A strong zoning support, but still not entirely sure. Yeah, we're gonna have to see these next 2
10
picks.
seconds to go.
It's not immediately obvious why they want Bane.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of the team at Finem, and it seems like they have these very strange picks when you relate them to the other team. And I remember talking to them once, and I'm like, how do you guys pick your team, your heroes? Do you mostly reactionary? And they say, you know, we have a plan before we go in, and then we do it. Sometimes we don't have any plan, is what he told me, which was pretty weird. But I'm sure that they have a plan now with this Bane pick.
Well, it's a good time to have a plan. They are 4-2 in the group, VP 3-3, so both teams are fighting for their playoff lives here. Fighting!
5 seconds.
Fighting, LD! Wow!
For their lives.
Axe! Sweet.
Radiant's pick.
Very aggressive lineup.
Yep.
Super, like, mid-game oriented right now. I mean, the Mirana can go reasonably late with the Ags, but we saw, you know, if there's a side gunner in the game,
This
might
again.
not be able to deal with it.
I mean, Axe is really interesting. When he first came out, I remember everybody was saying he was going to be the most OP dude in the world, especially with the changes to Blade Mail. And people have been running him often, but at the same time, I mean, he doesn't seem to be that huge of a standout. I mean, he's doing rather well. I'm no statsman. I don't know what the actual numbers are. But I'm interested to see if this hyper-aggression thing on the back of Axe is going to be able to work here.
He's got a broad back.
He's got a big back.
That guy works out.
He's got
So I'm pretty sure if any back can support this team, it will be Axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. So I'm very confident in VP.
Hey, I got
They got the blue and red strat here.
That is true. I got a lore question for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Which one of these heroes is related to each other?
Oh,
Dyer's band.
Disruptor and Axe.
That is correct. They are both part of the Oglogi tribe.
The Okologi. I just said because they both have red faces.
Ah, that's racist.
I know, but it also happened to be true.
Or that is true. Oracle gonna be picked out by Team Ad Finem. I could kind of see that. I mean, you can make sure that Slark is able to do what he needs to do and then get his healing in.
Yeah, it's a good defensive support.
Radiant's band.
Also to hopefully prevent a hero from getting low enough that Axe can chop them.
All right.
So maybe Ad Finem views it as like a pseudo Axe counter.
Yeah. But if Oracle does have his ult on, Axe can still Calling Blade him, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
But you won't lose the health, right? So
Right.
If
You're
you're not
just
already
deleted.
below the threshold, then you get to live a bit longer. And into this, Ad Finem gonna bust out the Templar Assassin.
Woo!
I think expecting, I mean, really any of these heroes made except for Axe, TA would do very well against.
That's very strange. I actually like picking
10
Disruptor
seconds
into
to
a
go.
Templar Assassin. I mean, the ult
Good
is...
catch, yeah.
It's got great catch. The
5
ult is
seconds.
amazing in case she tries to meld in the early game, putting her out of position. I mean, I don't know.
Reserve time.
Risky stuff, but again, Juggernaut. Oh! This is pubby as it gets. This is what I'm talking about. Tell me
They
about
got the 2 Spin Lords on the same team.
Woohoo! There we go. A deadly dance, if you will, LD.
Was that supposed to be poetic?
A little bit. I mean, I'm not good at big words.
Yeah,
So-
Deadly and Dance. Those
Yeah,
are.
one syllable is the best I can do. How would you say it? You got something better?
No.
Yeah, that's what I,
I just
thought.
wanted to be a jerk.
Yeah, I know you do.
That's what I live for.
That's what I do. Alright, so, looking pretty good. Now, you casted the game earlier with VP and Mirana.
That's correct.
And it was unbelievable. She was godlike. It was incredible. She was basically super carrying her team. They did have a disruptor, though, and as you said in that game before, they had a lot of setups.
Yeah.
And this time, they don't have a lot of setups. Mirana is kind of off on her own. We might see something different here, right?
5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the draft, it looks to be a support Night Stalker Disruptor. So you don't have that Shadow Demon that we saw in the previous series. It's going to be... I don't think it'll be as effective of a Mirana game. The other thing is that she's not going to get as much farm priority because they do have a Juggernaut as well.
Yeah.
And Jug will be needing quite a bit more space than... I think what they have that game was like Slardar Axe, I want to say, is the 2 cores. And then Disruptor Shadow Demon support.
Yeah. Disruptor, the only guy showing up for his team on Team VP. He's all alone, but it doesn't matter. All right, he can hold it. He's got his little buddy there. Strigor the Raptor. Having a nice... Strigor.
What a name that is.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, but what can he do? He is a beautiful beast, though. What is that?
Just had K-pop come in and screw something up, I'm sure.
It's not screwed
He
up.
just started hitting buttons. I'm sure the stream is broken now, so
Everything's fine.
Be sure to tweet at K-pop Tosis Dota. What a name that is.
Why do you just have to be so mean to the people that love you? Okay, K-pop's coming in, making sure your audio's nice, and then you're just in here.
I don't want my audio
you're
to be
just in
nice,
here
okay?
shitting on
I
him.
want to sound like shit. Is that okay?
He's a wonderful man who comes here because he loves you, and then you just poop on him. There's Juggernaut. There's the rest. Okay, we all got him going in here. Poor Weppus.
Weppus.
Poor Scriff.
Weppus is not his
Poor
name.
Scrippus.
You just spent 6 weeks with him at Dream League.
Listen, man,
Scrippus.
Poor Scrippus.
Have you shown the video yet?
Not yet. Shh.
Okay.
Spoiler
I
alert.
say no more.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, the triple TP. Here we go.
You know, a lot of people, a lot of awards coming out here. We could see a support fight, guys. Oh, God, here we go.
That's like watching two kittens paw at each
Oh,
other.
my God, support fight, everybody.
So cute.
Woo.
And so ineffective.
Courier delivering the ward. Look at these two down in the middle lane, just ready to fight.
Have they seen each other?
I don't know.
Oh, they have.
Oh, my God, it's on.
Enemy detected.
Support fight. No, they're not even going to touch each other. This is the least hype. This is worse than that boxing match that it would be cool if I just referenced, but I forgot the names of. Ford versus Barry, whatever.
No Mike Tyson's punch out.
Whatever,
not
LD.
a fan.
What are we supposed to talk about here, huh? We got 30 seconds till the rune. We might see a fight. This is a little rare here.
We've seen less of the bounty rune fights since the new patch. You know, it doesn't give the experience, which honestly was, I'd say, usually more important than the gold, unless you have like an IO who's trying to rush a bottle or something.
Yeah.
Really, you know, specific like that. So generally, teams are more content to just like let the enemy team have a bounty, or just at least be a little more careful about how they approach it. But yeah, we are going to see Yoku pretty aggressively positioned here. Just wants to make sure that the Axe gets the rune for free. So big thing, G playing Axe mid. This is definitely not the expected laning assignment. FNG is an offlane Night Stalker, so it's not a core Mirana. I'm not sure at Finem we're expecting that, because like you pick the TA. TA doesn't match up that well against Axe lane. You're more likely expecting the Mirana to be mid. And then for the Axe to be offlane, the Night Stalker to be support. So this may catch them slightly off guard, but they have been able to see the hero assignments, you know, obviously since the players entered the map, and they're going to give them a little help mid, which I definitely think you need as a TA. This is not a fun matchup.
Yeah. I mean, Thug is a heck of a mid. We've seen him perform very well on Adfinem before. So
Heck of a mid.
Heck of a mid. I'm pretty sure he knows exactly what he's going to be doing here against the Axe. I'd expect him to do pretty well in this matchup.
Oh, Courier.
Oh, he's fine. No worries. Meanwhile, we got that standard off-lane Beastmaster. Strong off-lane, as you've told me many times, LD. He said if you want to sound smart, say Beastmaster's an off-lane, but unfortunately, you're an idiot. This guy's going to die, LD. Maybe.
Hasn't died just yet. Yeah, that's right. That's the 5 armor.
Woo!
Armor is a good thing. Meanwhile, mid lane, though, G just posting up. He pretty much knows the Oracle's here as well, and he is not afraid whatsoever. 7-0 already. Yeah, you can't really do much as TA. Just try and farm, try not to get caught by the call, and pray for it to be over soon.
Yeah.
Pretty much like this cast, really.
Okay. Thanks, LD. I like how you took time to look away from your screen and look me in the eyes when you said that. just to really
to make sure there was no
in.
confusion.
What the hell? All right, meanwhile, can we take a look at the bottom lane? We haven't talked about that at all. This matchup here. We got Slark and a hiding in the trees Mr. Night Stalker. A little passive stuff. Uh-oh.
South Spartan. He's posting up mid.
Now here he comes. No nightmare today, though. Natasha sleeps. Oh, no. Call down in the mid, though. We do have the shield. She's going to be walking out. And oh! Shouldn't have gone for that. Took off half the health. Woo!
Meanwhile, top lane, Skylark. Getting his bully on. See, Beastmaster's not a very nice guy.
You don't think so?
I mean, he runs around and he beats people with axes. What's nice about that?
Oh, he's a friend to animals? He's like...
He literally summons them to die knowing they will die in like less than a minute, and then happily summons more.
Okay, this is Dota, all right? It's either
The
that
guy is a butcher. An absolute monster.
I want to argue with you, but your argument is so stupid, and we're about to see first blood here in the mid.
What?
Woo!
They do get the first blood, though. Very well played by Ed Finem. Arrow, again, just slightly off the mark. They do have the Hell Ward a bit to the right of mid, so they have okay vision here. Unfortunate, though. It was a close call. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they are going to find FNG there. There's the sleep. Madara looking to set up, and they get him, as well as top lane, where Skylark will find no fear.
Things looking pretty darn good for Ad Finem, and that just is a testament to this team. I mean, we saw VP with that huge comeback. They did great in their last series, and I mean, you just can't put down the Greeks. Everybody underestimates this team. It's doing very well.
The Greeks are performing quite well for now, but like all great civilizations,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
anything can happen.
There it is. Great historical reference, LD.
Arrow
Watch out for there! Whoa!
looking for G.
Nice heals. Thank you, Oracle.
Yeah, he will survive. Still yet to see the arrows connect. Any of these arrows hitting is a kill. So, VP, this is the downside of the support Mirana. Like, you run the carry Mirana, yeah, you maybe don't hit the arrows, but you can still be super relevant later on with the Starstorm turbo farming all over the map. Moonlight Shadow, setting up ganks. Support Mirana, not so much the case, I would say.
Yep, Mirana gonna try to get that bounty route. She will get it. Game over. She's got the money now, and a big rotation on the mid. We could be seeing something going down here, LD.
It was actually denied.
What? Don't you correct me.
It was denied.
It denied? Who denied it?
The Oracle baby.
Jesus Christ, these guys are burning more money than LD.
That doesn't seem like a very good idea. So they are going to bring a third hero in mid. They want the bottle pass off, FNG being a dutiful,
Oh, wow.
dutiful pal.
Look at that efficiency, LD.
Everybody heals.
Woo! And it's night. Now, nighttime, very important for your Night Stalker. He's got to do good on his first night, or else he's going
But
to
there is a ward, unfortunately. Oh, the call. And it's going to... Oh, again, they're looking for these arrows, but the creeps are just not cooperating. Man, that's frustrating.
Yep.
Well, I'm keeping eyes on top lane as well, where Skylark continues to post up. They do have a glimpse ready, but Yoku slowed down by the double bore assault. And FNG scouted out as well.
It's not so good for Night Stalker so far. He has got to get some kills. He's got to get ahead on this first night.
He doesn't even have boots yet.
Yeah, well, you know, he's got a mango. He's fine.
2 CS.
2 CS.
I mean, this guy wants to be feasting on the blood of living creatures, not mangoes.
Well, mangoes are living.
They're not creatures.
They're plants. They're magic.
Are they?
Yeah, enchanted mango, I believe.
What do you think he does to them to make them give you mana?
Let's not talk about it.
Special process.
Something PG-13. Here we go. Attack on the... Whoa!
Bug, mid lane. They do find him. Arrow coming through as well, but G is going to start taking some auto attacks from Saucebar. Could be in a bit of trouble here. Thug turning this one. Going back in with the autos. Looking for G. The trap deployed. It's a 2-hero trap. Beautiful snag. As they just try to decide here. Do they want the Night Stalker? Do they want the Axe? The Axe is going to find a haste rune.
Oh!
And he's going to make it out. While meanwhile, FNG slowly being worked down. The Oracle Snare comes through. And he will be finished off. But close call there.
Well, that's about the opposite of what you want for your first night as a Night Stalker. Failed mid-gank and then murdered.
More like Night Sucker.
Hey-oh! Great one, LD.
I know.
I'm going to write that one down in my big book of
Your
shitty
big
jokes.
book of shit. I was literally thinking the exact same.
But hey, Beastmaster's doing pretty good. Level 5 already. Multiple failed arrows. She did kill his little friend. He will remember that.
Fuck that boar.
Okay.
The dire
The Hypam is dead again.
Taking pages out of the Sakshka book, I suppose.
What's the Shashka book?
Stun the boar.
Ah,
Remember,
yes.
The memes.
Ah, yes, the Meme. Wonderful, sir. So we are still waiting for something to happen here.
Yeah. 4-0. Everything looking good for Ad Finem so far. Slark is farming. TA is doing well mid. Beastmaster getting his levels. Like they basically won all 3 lanes. So they're off to a good start. At the same time, VP. For them, the big thing that could turn this around is the Axe Blink. I would say with the start FNG's had, he's not going to be a big factor. level 3 at 7 minutes. That's pretty disastrous.
Yeah.
So, Mirana, been a bit underwhelming. Again, just the risk you run with the support Mirana, and so it really does fall to the Axe to make some plays.
Yep, well, we got to see VP do something here. I mean, I would hardly say that they have a decent late game lineup. I mean, what time do you think these guys are going to peak? 20, 25 minutes? I mean...
Yeah, unless the Jug gets super farmed. Like, Yoku probably going to go Battle Fury build, I imagine.
Yeah.
If he does not, then they have a very, I would say, relatively low window.
Yeah, big wraparound on top as they're finally looking to stop this Beastmaster. He is going to release a boar, though. Not sure if that's going to help him as 3 heroes dive his tower. Nice scream there, though, and a big TP. See you later. Disruptor says go home. No helping. And they're going to get that kill LD. They are going to trade the Axe, though.
Yoku is Omni, though. There's the leap in, but Slark is not a good hero to Omni Slash, so they're going to lose Yoku. They might lose Aloha Dance as well. Has the leap. Not opting to use it just yet, and he'll scoot away to the low ground. Will escape, but not so lucky. No fear. Oh, looking for the neutral tonight. Ain't going to happen. 7-1. A vicious slaughter here up in the top lane.
I'm going to say it was worth LD.
VP paying lip service to Brazil.
Whoa, wowee. That's a reference I don't even get.
Have you ever played soccer?
No, God, no. I'm.
Yeah, you don't look like a soccer
Well, why would
player.
anyone play soccer? Jesus. 90% of the world, I believe, plays soccer.
Yeah, but you know who doesn't
Scrubs.
play soccer?
America.
Yeah, America. America plays football.
Yeah, boy.
America.
America. Anyway,
So that's
top
Finem
tower.
going to push down the tower top.
Yeah. Woo!
Goes to Madara. It will be a Shadow Blade Rush, so not going for the Midas. We've seen a lot of Slarks favoring that lately. This is a pretty good Shadow Blade game. I mean, great for hunting Mirana. Disruptor, while he can counter Slark, if Slark jumps him, not a whole lot he can do. And you can basically burst him if you time your combo right, even for full HP.
Yeah.
With this kind of lead, so it's looking good for Finem.
So how does VP get back into this game? Do they just provide enough space for Juggernaut to get himself a
Well, it's tough, right? Because you don't have a great Roche lineup. Like, yeah, you have Healing Ward, but you have no minus armor. You have limited physical damage. You can't really push towers because you're just gonna get ruined by the Beastmaster set up into a lot of damage from the Bane Grip and the Slark running Roughshod. So you pretty much just have to dodge fights, wait for the X-Blink, which is not coming actually. He's going Vanguard, so I don't know. I don't really know how they start fights aside from maybe the next nighttime they can get the jump. This is looking really bad for VP, to be honest.
Yeah, if it's anything like last night time, this could be a pretty short match. But hey, they always have the ability to turn around. We haven't yet seen Axe with any of his big items yet. It looks like he's going to be going Vanguard first item here, LD.
But yeah, I'm not sure what else it would be. Let's double check. Don't think we're going to see the old Aether Lens rush.
Gotta get those long distance battle hungers, LD.
I mean, if your Juggernaut's not getting the job done, though, that's where you can always grab a Battle Fury of your own.
Really? As Axe?
Yeah.
Is that viable?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Thank you. I thought I was
would
a
know
complete moron.
because I build Battle Fury on everyone and
Oh no, look out, mister!
can confirm, not viable.
Get out of there, you poor little doggy.
Courier's a goner.
Oh.
That was very desperately needed for VP. Do find the courier kill, some gold into their pockets, but at the same time, no hero kills. So Sauce Spartan just going to TP away.
I mean, that is actually pretty good. Somebody was telling me earlier about how awesome it is to get an early game courier kill. $200 bucks. It's great for all your heroes, especially on a game where everybody's so starved like this, right?
Yeah. Can be very nice.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry I do not have more to contribute.
Well, yes. My bad there, LD.
Meanwhile, G, bottom lane. Oh! Oh! He got fogged!
What? Oh, God. I love Axe, you know? You can farm wall TP.
That was the darkness.
The darkness!
FNG with the darkness plays, pops it right when his axe is about to get gripped, cancels the animation. Or it might have been a sleep that was about to happen, but that was a sick play.
Well, assuming it was on purpose.
I think they're still going to get massacred here mid, but, well, it was cool anyway.
Yep. Axe tries to dunk the bird.
So he, after the sick darkness save, he immediately just gets decapitated mid anyway.
What are you going to do?
This is looking more like one of my pups.
Yeah. Looking a little rough here for VP. They got to find some way to get back into this game, and they are losing towers quick with that Beastmaster push. I mean,
Poor
Beastmaster-
bastard, he can't hit an arrow.
Ah.
How many arrows has he not hit this game? That's unfortunate.
We've seen the VP Murata do so well. Here we go, a little initiation here on. Oh God! What was that? One hit?
Sure felt like it.
Oh my. This is not going good. This is just not the same VP we saw last game, LD.
You know, after that ridiculous game that they just had, you have to come right back, play arrested and relatively ready at Finem, and you're exhausted, you're mentally just worn down, and you are not having an easy time of it here. The slaughter continues as they will manage to snare Yoku. The pounce comes in. He's going to be forced to Omni Slash, but that won't be enough for a kill. But the Omni Slash does direct him back towards the base. Now popping the Blade Fury as well. Thug's still there. Can they burst him with physical damage? You betcha. At Finem, 12-1, spanking VP.
Yep, this is a dirty match. I feel like I got to take a shower. I don't really know. It's getting filthy, LD. Axe, what's he got? Does he finally finish his item here? There it is. Oh, hello.
Well,
Nice to meet you. Good to see you here.
Gets off the call. Finally an arrow for Aloha Dance. He's been waiting all damn game for this, and there's the chop.
What was up with Slark there? He was just watching. He was just watching. He let him die. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to get spun on.
Probably not. Atonement Knowledge, though, purchased by that Bane, so... Smart man now. He will never make that mistake again. Oh, no! Great catch on the Slark. That's what I was talking about earlier, that disruptor on Slark, and boom!
That feels good.
It's nighttime. The comeback is happening, LD. VP's coming into this game.
These are really big kills.
Yeah.
Slark going down, huge for VP. And they might get a tower off of this as well. Suddenly, more importantly, G just got the Vanguard, 1,300 gold.
Radiant's mid towers
VP, are they really going to turn this game around? They were down by 10,000 gold at 12 minutes.
I mean, it's still...
That is, I'm sure the win rate for that is like well over 90%.
Well, still, I mean, you got the comeback mechanics. You've got a pretty... This is kind of when they should be coming online. The first night was a disaster, but we are in a night two. They can still salvage it, LD. Although the Necro books coming out from the Beastmaster is certainly not going to be good for Team VP. That's a lot of damage coming out.
Long range arrow having a bit of a fish. Won't find anything though. Just his own Night Stalker. But at Finem, smoke and look at the killer instinct straight into the Roshan pit.
Woo! I mean, this is pretty big. If they're able to get this done, get a Roche, and then just keep this momentum without giving up, I mean, whoo! This could be an easy match.
Yeah, they're going to work on the big boy here, and it looks like they should get the free Roshan pretty much uncontested. Scan does come out and just clipped a couple of heroes as they exited the pit, but far too late to get anything done. So Thug will grab himself the Aegis and add Finem. Now going to push, I think. They don't have the Necro book, though, so they may want to wait for that.
Yep. Counter smoke coming out, though. They could swing on it. Should they take this fight, LD? It seems like a risky maneuver.
It's really risky. There is even a Sentry Ward on Sauce Barn, but he hasn't planted it just yet. Can they isolate the Bane to start the fight? That could be huge. The Courier, maybe it'll go down again. The Flying Pig, no, they're going to start on the Bane. There's the defensive sleep, but the Omni Slash comes out almost enough to kill Sauce Barn. Indeed it is. About as good a fight as you're ever going to get, but Thug, mind you, has a Desolator, and he's getting the splash damage off. Brings down a second. Looking for the third here on Aloha Dance. The Skylark rushes forward, and they don't even need it. Oracle's going to pop him. Add Finem, finishing VP. I mean, that was a pretty low percentage play, but they're feeling desperate.
Yeah, that's not good. The match could have lasted for a decent amount longer if they managed to get a good initiation on that, but I don't know, LD. Toby Wong tells me don't talk in absolutes, but this is looking like an absolute disaster.
Did he actually tell you that?
Yeah, he said a good caster never
talks in
absolutes.
Speaks in absolutes.
All right.
That sounds like Toby, actually. As Madara does get glimpsed, but quickly pouncing out. Will look to retreat. Maybe next time going to hold his ground. They go back in with the Desolator. Thug is beating him down, giving him the boot right now. G, though, slept for the moment. He's been dealt with now. Juggled onto Thug, who chopped 1, 2. Can they find a third? Looking for Sauce Spartan. Thug's still trying to lock onto a target. It's going to be G finished off now, and they turn back the other way. Yoku has the drums in a couple seconds. They'll let him go. Sent him home to tell the tale of how his people were massacred this day.
Be free, Yokers. Mid lane, take it out.
Yonkers, Yonky,
Yonker.
Yokers. Is there any name you won't call this man?
Alive. He is alive, though. So.
He's still alive.
Mavi!
Oh.
That's some money. I mean, Necro Creeps. Good.
Yeah, they need that money. They are still about 10k gold behind here.
Alright, so what's the play here by Finem? Do they just keep on this pressure? Both their guys just respawn. They went immediately bot. They got the tower in the bot lane. Do they just go
I mean,
for the
honestly,
high ground?
I think you just take tier 2 mid and maybe top. Like, get some deep wards down. You don't have to end the game right now. You honestly have the better late game.
Yeah.
With the way the game's going. Juggernaut has not rushed for a Battle Fury. He's gone into drums.
Uh-oh.
There's a Vanguard on G, but here we go. Big Moonlight Shadow.
I mean, these are the plays that they need to make to keep in this game. There we go. Good call there.
Thug gets to work. He's going to try to bring down No Fear. Already dropped his load, but can Thug get the job done? He's being dealt with for the time being fairly well. Does drop another trap, working on FNG, but the call comes through as Madara cleans up the Mirana in the tree. Should be able to heal fairly soon. Thug in pursuit. Diving G. Melt shot comes through, and with that, might be able to get the kill on his own, and in fact, he will. Now looking for more double kill for Thug, who simply cannot be stopped.
Yeah, they got a great initiation on that Axe, but what they missed was the TA, who's dealing all that damage. She has an Aegis, an Aegis, excuse me, and she's just gonna be pounded on things. Killed the wrong target there.
Oh, saw Spartan. I think he wanted either FNG or the courier there. So they're already Raxing. This will be a quick one. Finem taking a lane of Rax here, but VP gonna hang on and probably play to the bitter end, because they really do need every possible point, even that slight chance of winning this game. Hard to give up.
Oh, nice. Well played there. Waiting on that shield till she got brought back, and she's just gonna blink out. But, whew, I don't know. VP's got to make some more of these ballsy plays. It almost worked last time. I don't know. They're quickly running out of time, LD.
Yeah, clock is a-ticking. The Aegis, about a minute left, so they can go for a second lane. At least chip. Safe play would just be to take the tier 2 and back, but...
Can you teach me how to read that clock? You just looked at the clock and you read it.
So each hash is a minute,
yeah,
and you got to get to 5 minutes.
Oh! Okay. Why don't they just have an analog, a digital clock?
That would be too easy.
Okay, no worries.
So we have just received word that Finem, with a win here, would clinch their position.
Oh my god, but will they be able to do it, LD?
The hype is mounting.
Finem, oh my god, here we go!
Desperately fighting with their 15,000 gold advantages.
What a
cleaning
right click! Could it happen?
Killing the Rax. He's almost got it.
Oh,
it's down.
wow.
Thug. Thugging it up here in the Dire base and succeeding like a boss.
What an ultimate coming out on top of Thug, but wait a second, Madra! He's back!
And roared and trap and no detection, so that's okay. They a little pause here, a moment of silence for VP. Their hopes and dreams are crumbling. Finems are rushing forward. Their Omni Slash completely ineffective. Kind of like your efforts to pronounce his name.
Wow.
Yoku does spin, kills off Sauce Spartan, but there's still a TA in this game. It's a monster kill. This guy's out of control.
But will they be able to do it, LD?
They will be able to do it, Jacob. That's not even a question. I don't know why you asked. They are doing it. It's happening. It's done.
But will they be
VP are being finished and served up on a platter.
I wouldn't put it past. I mean, we saw VP come back.
I would put it past them.
We saw VP come back last game. They've got a decent lineup.
We saw Team Spirit come back last game for VP as well.
They still have a tier 2 tower.
That's true. that is factually correct.
Tier 2 tower
it inhabits
is
the top side of the map.
Indeed it does.
The mighty tier 2.
This tier 2 is their spirit. If that tier 2 stands, then they can win this game. He is the totem of this victory. VP, I wouldn't put it past them. They can do it, LD.
All right. So how are they going to do it?
The tier 2, they're going to use that tower armor in a big Moonlight Shadow up here at the top. They're not just going to let him take it. Big Moonlight Shadow up there with the tower armor, turning around. Great call by X on 5 of their enemies.
Okay.
Followed by a Disruptor ult.
Okay.
They got to defend that tower, though. That's their life.
Well, their life is being surrounded,
No, please.
and it's about to get pounded.
Someone help it.
Giving it the squeeze here.
Surrounded and about to get pounded.
Yeah, see, that's their life.
Oh,
and,
no!
And their life is forfeit. Death by the thug.
But will Finem be able to do it, LD?
All right, they need the dream fight here.
This could happen. Okay, just clump up, Finem. Just clump up.
Now, Finem are not waiting for the next Roche. If they want to be really safe, they could do that. Like, I mean, really, really safe. But they're just going to go in. Thug committing on this one off the bat. He engages, but can anybody burst him down? No, he just keeps him in with the Desolator as well as the Daedalus. Seems far too much damage. Omni Slash again, not getting a whole lot done. Yoku dead to the Slark, and Finem are diving. Yeah, they're diving in the well. That's happening.
Oh no. But we did get a buyback on. Oh, there we go.
That's all she wrote.
Okay, well, 23-minute game. You know what, though? We've talked to Finem before, and they did say they want to end all their games before 25 minutes. That's how they usually draft. And what do you know? 2 minutes early, Finem takes game 1 against Team VP, securing their spot, LD.
What do Greeks do to celebrate?
I believe at Greek weddings, they throw plates.
Are we going to see some plates being thrown here?
Woo! Throw it out.
All
Get
right.
your best china.
Don't throw our plates, though.
Woo!
If you don't mind.
No, I won't. But I will yell woo and maybe eat a gyro. A gyro. Is that what they call it in Greece?
It's a hoagie.
I'm going to eat a hoagie, throw a plate, and get ready for game 2 of the Greeks and the VPs.
Congratulations to Finem.
Congratulations, Finem. You've done it. Your new up-and-coming team will be looking for that flare on our Dota 2 soon. Leafinator, please. But, anyway, big stuff. You liking Finem? You think
I am liking Finem. I do worry a bit about how we saw them at Dream League a lot, that they tend to rely on that snowball. Like, they recognize it, but if any team's able to match up against them in the laning stage, can they really take it late? That's still the big question mark for this team.
That is the question. Maybe we'll get that question answered in the next game, but for now, we'll take a little break. Throw them back to you soon. This is Slacks and LD. We'll see you in just a little bit.